So Virasana is a seated position where the knees are forward and the feet are back. And I like to sit up on a bolster or some blocks or something so that the hips can be lifted. You can do this pose without the hips lifted. However, that can be a little intense on the knees and on the feet. And the way you can tell, one way you can tell, is if you look back at your ankles and if you see the whites of your ankles, like if you see them, like the blood flow starting to compress a little bit in the ankles, then you know you've gone too far. Equally, if you feel any pain or anything like that, that's another sign. Mom, is this one going to be good for you? You can also do it on a chair. Oh, yeah, that's good. For today, bring the knees a little closer together and then lean forward, move the flesh of your thighs out of the way so that you can feel the sitting bones on your support. You can rest the hands in the lap, palms up or down, doesn't matter, but make the choice of which one feels better for you. Start to feel the sitting bones in the support underneath you. Grow tall through the spine. You can close the eyes if that feels good. If not, you can just leave them open, steady, stable. You might even feel like there are two magnets, one at the very bottom of your support towards the floor, under the hips, and one above the crown of the head, sort of pulling you in opposite directions. As you do that, can you let the belly soften, keep the belly soft? There might be some negotiation that has to happen between the length and the softness of the belly. That's okay. Start to notice the breath without trying to change it. And if your legs start to get uncomfortable, you can always move, change your position. Begin to deepen the breath slowly, one breath at a time. And as you deepen the breath, feel into the places where your body touches the floor, maybe where the fabric of your clothes is against the skin. We'll take 3 breaths together. For today, rather than sighing out the breath through the mouth, maybe try the Brahmari breath, which is the bee's breath. It sounds like a hum with the mouth closed. I don't know if Zoom will cut out my sound as I do this, but I'll do one round and feel free to follow me for the last 3. You'll inhale through the nose and then hum with the mouth closed. Mm. We'll take 3 more rounds. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Take 2 more. Feeling that vibration in the nose and the throat and the chest, wherever you're feeling it. And after your last round, come back to your natural breath, slow, soft, smooth through the nose. Start to blink the eyes open when you're ready. This next part is optional. Bring the hands to the thighs and rub up and down the thighs. You might even tap. You can tap up and down the thighs, the inner thighs, the outer thighs, maybe even the calves and the tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, the knees, and then moving up the body, get the belly, get the chest. You can cross the arms and get the shoulders, the neck, both arms. Tapping or rubbing, either one works. Getting the back as much as you can. And then take a slow breath in. And exhale. Relax the arms. As you inhale, reach the arms up. And then clasp opposite elbows if you can. It's okay to clasp wrists instead. And as you reach the elbows up to the ceiling, imagine you're lifting the whole torso up out of the hips. Allow the rib cage to expand and move up. And then switch your grip. Take the awkward cross of the elbow of the forearms here. And then again, inhale to reach the elbows up. It's okay if the shoulders come up here. Expand the back ribs up towards the back of the head and keep the head back slightly. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Slowly relax the arms. Take one slow breath here. Now, clasp the hands together and take a steeple grip. So just pointer fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. And as you inhale, reach the arms up. It's okay if they're not in line with the ears, they can be forwards. Roll the outer arms forwards, almost like you're trying to bring your armpit closer to your nose. And then as you inhale, look up towards the hands. As you exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale to look up. Keep the elbows as straight as you can. Exhale, lower. Keep the torso lifted up. Take one more round, lifting the chest up towards the hands. Exhale, keeping the chest lifted. Slowly bring the hands back down. And then lean forward to hold on to the knees. As you inhale, arch through the spine, look up. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. 3 more times. As you inhale, pull the knees with the hands. As you exhale, press the knees into the hands. After your next exhale, inhale back to a neutral spine, release the knees, and bring the fingertips to the shoulders. We're almost done in this knee position. Now, try to keep the shoulders right on top of the hips. So you're not leaning back, you're not leaning forwards. This is, you can move slowly or you can move quickly. You're going to inhale and turn to the right, exhale, turn to the left. So you can make this a shorter breath and use some momentum. Take 3 more rounds. And then inhale, come back to center. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a side bend. And then the other side. Inhale back to center and come to a tabletop. Okay. From table today, we're going to take gate pose. So it's a little bit more on the knees. If you need some extra cushion, give yourself some extra cushion. From table, tuck the right toes, send the right leg long behind you, and then swing it out towards the right. So I'm not mirroring you. With the leg out towards the right, make sure the foot and the left knee are in about the same horizontal plane, and press the foot down into the floor like you're gluing the outside edge of the foot down. Now, maybe you stay here, maybe you walk the hands in, maybe you even come to kneel with the hands on the hips. That right hip really likes to lift up here. Instead of thinking about pressing the hip down, can you keep the thigh really strong and lift the left thigh up into the hip socket? And see if that helps to bring that right hip down. You could stay here. Maybe you reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale, side bend laterally over that long leg. Keep the leg strong. Maybe look up towards the top hand. This is our gate pose, Parigrasana. Slow breath in, keep that right leg strong. As you exhale, come back to center. Plant the left hand on the floor outside the left knee and reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Now we're in a side plank variation. Keep that right leg straight. Lift the kneecap towards the thigh and turn the chest open towards the ceiling. Maybe look up towards the top hand. Let the head and neck come back a little bit. Reach that right arm up towards the ceiling. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Bring the right hand to the hip and then inhale back up. Bring the hands down, tabletop. Sides will be different. When you're ready, tuck the left toes and the left leg long behind you, and then spin it out towards the left. Again, knee and foot in about the same horizontal plane. Try to bring the whole left foot down onto the floor. If it doesn't reach, it's okay. It's just moving in that direction. And then maybe you're on fingertips as you walk the hands in. Maybe you lift the shoulders up over the hips. Again, keep the hands on the hips to start. It's still early. The left hip will likely be lifted up. Keep that leg strong, pressing the outer arch into the floor. Maybe lift the right thigh up into its own hip socket so that the hip will lift in comparison with the left hip. Keep that left leg strong. You could stay here. You could reach the right arm up. Inhale. And exhale, hinge. You can use that left hand to help you hinge right from the hip. You might look up towards the top hand. Find a comfortable place for the head. On your next inhale, come back up through center. Bring the right hand down outside. Side plank, reach the left arm up. And again, left leg super strong. Spin the chest up towards that top hand and use the top hand as if you're going to pull yourself up. Slow down the breath. Use your next inhale to help yourself back up. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the knee back to tabletop. And find your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. It's a little early, especially in the backs of the legs. So as you lift the hips up and back, maybe pedal out the feet, bending one knee and then the other. If you have another little ritual you like to take, feel free to take something else. Wherever you are, make sure that the creases of the wrists are pointing forwards. Make sure you've got all the weight in the hands, in the perimeter of in the circumference of the palms, in every finger. And then in the feet, make sure you're hiding your heels from view. So you don't want them turned in, you don't want them turned out. Straight back behind you. Lift the hips up and back. Again, find that length, the hips away from the torso. And one more time, spin the outer upper arms down towards the floor. Keep the feet like this. As you inhale, shift forward to upward facing dog. So keep the toes tucked, but lengthen the chest forwards through the arms. Exhale, slow downward facing dog. Let the hips pull you back. If you had to shift the feet, just leave them there. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, shift back. Strong legs. Look forwards between the hands, bend the knees. Exhale, slowly step to the top of the mat. Forward fold, hang here. Uttanasana, feet under the hips, head and neck heavy. You can even turn the toes in slightly. You might hold opposite elbows. You might bend and straighten one leg at a time. If you're holding elbows, switch your grip. Relax the arms to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay. Here in this halfway lift, what tends to happen is the low ribs tend to fall down towards the floor. So can you send a little bit more breath into those low back ribs, the two floating ribs in the back of the spine? And again, reach the torso away from the hips. Reach the hips away from the torso. Bring the hands to the hips, elbows up towards the ceiling. Lift the kneecaps. As you inhale, slowly come up to stand, Tadasana. Asana, maybe the big toes are touching, maybe the feet are under the hips. Lift the chest, press the feet down. Again, lift the kneecaps, reach the arms to the floor, straight arms, straight legs. Lift the crown, gaze straight forwards. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, tipping from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. You could hold plank or you could lower down. Keep the toes tucked. As you inhale, take a back bend. Upward facing dog, strong legs, pressing the thighs up and back. And exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. 2 breaths here. We're going to do 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A. You can always take them at your own pace. You can always add in a child's pose or skip something. Let your exhale be deep and complete. Use your inhale to step both feet forward, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Again, breathing into those back ribs. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up, keep the knees tight. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, take up space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back to plank. You can hold plank or you could lower down, up to you. Thighs stay strong. Inhale, back bend, maybe toes stay tucked. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the hands. Try to shift more weight into the feet as you again turn the upper outer arms down towards the floor. Reach the hips away from the torso. Actively flex the feet. Relax the head and neck. And let your exhale be deep and complete. Inhale, both feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Last time, feel free to move at your own pace. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back to plank. If you're lowering, lower. Inhale, take a back bend, your choice, chest pressing forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths here. You can always bring the knees down for child's pose. Let your exhale be deep and complete. As you inhale, step or float the feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, we're going to do a version of Surya Namaskar B. We're going to go slow. Bring the big toes together, heels slightly apart. Start with the thumbs at the sternum. Press the hands together so you can feel the shoulder blades on the back. As you press the hands together, imagine you could send the elbows forwards as you pull the humerus bone, the arm bone, into the shoulder socket. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just press the hands together. Slow breath in. Exhale, chair pose. Lower the hips, bending at the knees. You could stay here, especially if the arms are feeling good. You might reach the arms forwards, palms up. You might reach the arms in line with the ears. And then again, using the hands to reach up. Do the opposite with the hips. Lower the hips closer to the floor. More weight in the heels. Slow breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, low lunge. Now you can bring the back knee down, or you can keep it lifted. Up to you, up to how your knee feels, up to how much energy you've got today. Pull the right hip forward, look forward for balance, and then inhale, lift the shoulders up, thumbs to sternum, press the hands, press the elbows, pull the arms back into the shoulder sockets. You could stay here, or you might reach the arms forwards, maybe up. Hold on to the right wrist. Inhale, press the hips forwards a little bit. Exhale, hinge towards the left, taking that side stretch. You might tip the gaze up towards the ceiling to practice your balance. Take one more breath. And inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Step the front foot back to plank, maybe on your knees. Look forwards, inhale. Exhale onto your belly. Take a back bend, inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Staying for 3 breaths. When you're ready, use your inhale to step the right foot forwards between the hands. Again, back knee can come down at any point. Pull the right hip forward, right hip back, left hip forwards, and then look forwards. Press the feet down into the floor. Start to lift the chest. Thumbs to sternum to start. Press the hands, press the elbows, pull the shoulders back. Maybe you stay here, maybe you reach the arms up. Maybe you hold onto the left wrist, inhale, press the hips forwards 1 inch, and exhale, hinge towards the right. Can you spin the chest forwards? Maybe you look up. That right hip likes to lift up here. Can you make more space pressing the right hip down? On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee if it's not already, and step to the top of the mat. Take your time, taking a few hops if you need to. Forward fold, big toes touch, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Coming to chair. Inhale, bend the knees, weight in the heels, any arm variation. And exhale, Tadasana. Nice. Okay. If you have blocks, grab a block. The block is going to be for Ardha Chandrasana. So if you know that you hate this pose, definitely have a block. You could also have a chair or a wall or something that you could put your hand on. And if you don't need it, you don't need it. Step to the middle of the mat, facing the long edge. We're going to jump. So, big toes together, heels slightly apart, Tadasana. As you inhale, bend the knees, bring the middle fingers together. And exhale, jump the feet wide. 2 more times like that. Inhale, bend. Exhale, jump them together. Make sure the big toes touch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, jump. Inhale, bend. Exhale, jump. Make sure the big toes touch. Last time, inhale, bend. Exhale, jump them apart. Stay here. Virabhadrasana 2. Turn the right toes to face the short edge of the mat. You might widen the stance as you bring the left heel out slightly. So the left foot is turned in slightly and the right foot is turned all the way out. Lift the outer edge of the left foot and then glue it back down. Keep it there. Look over the right fingertips. As you exhale, keep that left hip moving back, but bend the right knee until it's over the ankle. Vera 2. Again, keep that outer left foot down. Press the outer right foot down. Relax the jaw, the muscles of the face. As you inhale, press into the big toe and straighten the right leg. Bring the hands to the hips. Move the back foot in a little bit closer. So now you're setting up for triangle. Inhale, reach the arms into a T, knees absolutely tight. As you exhale, let the hips move back as you reach the right arm forwards and then bring the hand down wherever it reaches. Maybe it's on the block, maybe it's on the floor, maybe it's on the shin. Keep the kneecaps lifting. Move the head back. Reach that top arm up towards the ceiling. Press into the outer arch of the back foot, the inner arch of the front foot. And then can you turn the chest open towards the ceiling? Optional balance pose. Bring the left hand to the hip, look down towards the front foot. Bend into the front knee. Grab your block if you can reach it. You're going to plant the block under the hand, about a foot in front of the right foot and a little bit to the right. So it's not right in front of the foot, it's to the right of the foot. Walk the back foot in. Maybe float the foot off the floor. Keep the leg really strong as you lift it up. No higher than hip height. Try to turn the chest open towards the ceiling as you stomp the foot into the wall behind you, as if you're pressing it into the wall. Maybe reach the top arm, maybe in the next life. Falling is part of it. Slowly set the foot back down into triangle pose. Take your time. Move slowly. Straighten the legs. Strong legs. Inhale back up. Bring the hands to the hips. Turn the toes to face forwards. And we'll switch to the other side. So if you need to move your block, move the block. Widen the stance. Turn the left toes to face the short edge of the mat. Turn the right toes in slightly. And then lift that outer right arch and bring it back down. Glue it down to the floor. Open the arms into a T. Keep the right leg super strong, pressing back. As you exhale, bend into the left knee. Again, like you're being magnetized in both directions. The right side is moving to the right. The left side is moving to the left. Press into the heel of the left foot. Outer arch of the right foot. Looking over those left fingers. Imagine you could lift the torso up out of the thighs, the back ribs lifting. As you inhale, press into the big toe, straighten that front leg, bring the hands to the hips, walk the back foot in a step. Setting up for triangle, check your feet, check your kneecaps, reach the arms into a T. And as you inhale, let the hips move towards the right hand as you reach the left arm forwards, and then bring the hand down. Again, it doesn't matter exactly where it is, as long as the knees are super strong, lifting up towards the thighs. The feet are pressing down, the outer arch of the back foot, the inner arch of the front foot. Lean the chest open, lean the head back slightly. Reach that top arm up towards the ceiling. Let it help you like you're a marionette being held up by that top hand. Optional balance. Bring the top hand to the hip. Look down. Grab your block. Start to bend into the left knee. Move that block forwards as you step the right foot closer in. Now, before you lift that right foot, really flex the foot so it's strong. and then float that right leg up. Again, the left hand is outside the left foot and about 1 foot forwards. Imagine you could kick that back foot into the wall, make more space in the left ribs, gaze somewhere that's supportive, that's helpful. Straighten the left leg, maybe reach the top arm up. And again, like you're a marionette, the top arm is pulling you up. A top leg is stabilizing you, flexing the foot. With control, lower down into triangle, Trikonasana, bring the top foot down, straighten the legs, lean the chest open. As you inhale, slowly come up to stand, turn the feet to face forwards, and we'll jump the feet together. Bend the knees, and exhale, feet together. Nice. Okay, come onto a seat. You can sit up on the block if you like. We're going to do Paschimottanasana. So move the flesh of your thighs out of the way. Straighten the legs a little or a lot. Press the heels forward and send the hips back. So rather than thinking about jamming your knees down, think about stretching the legs. Again, being magnetized from the heel out and from the hip back. Find that long spine and breathe into those low ribs where the kidneys are in the back. Flex the feet and especially flex the little toe side of the foot back. As you do that, you might feel the ankles start to pull in a little closer together. So you inhale, reach the arms up, look up. And exhale, forward fold, tipping from the hips. Again, moving the hips back, moving the heels forwards. Send the collarbones towards the toes. It doesn't matter where you reach. Maybe you're holding the calves or the shins. Maybe you're holding the ankles. Maybe you're holding the outside edges of the feet. And let the head and neck go if that feels okay. Let those back ribs expand. Every inhale, the back ribs press up towards the ceiling and out towards the sides. Every exhale, the collarbones move a little closer towards the feet. No rush. You can stay as long as you like. When you're ready, inhale, look forwards. And exhale, unwind. Lift the shoulders back up. Okay, if you're sitting on a block, move it out of the way. Couple of options here. We're going to do this 3 times. Plant the feet, reverse tabletop, bring the hands behind you, the fingers pointing towards the hips if possible. And then instead of rounding through the spine, press the hips forwards and let the rest of the spine follow, like you're trying to press the spine forwards through the chest. Press the heels down, and as you inhale, lift the hips. As you exhale, lower. Okay, we're going to do 2 more times. You can hold if you like. The full version of this is with the legs straight, big toes together. So if you want to try it, you can. When you're ready, sending the chest forwards. As you inhale, lift the hips, point the toes. Maybe the head leans back, only if that feels okay. When you're ready, lower down. We're going to take 1 more round, either with the knees bent or the knees straight, up to you. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Bring the hands together and roll out the wrists a few times. Give the wrists a little break. And then one Navasana Vinyasa, bring the hands behind the knees, lean back, find boat pose. You can hold on to the knees or you can keep them lifted. You can release. Inhale here. As you exhale, cross the ankles, pull the legs in as close as you can. They could be on the floor, almost like you're trying to sit on the ankles. Press the hands down and then see if you can lift everything off the floor just for a second, like you're floating. Whee! And then lower back down. I know for me, it's cheating because I have a short torso and long arms. So it looks way easier than it actually is. Okay, stretch the legs long, Janushirasana. Bend the right knee and open the knee out to the side. Flex the left foot, left little toe side. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold over the long leg. Again, heel presses forward, hip presses back. The right knee is pressing away from you. You can let the head and neck go. As you inhale, look forwards. As you exhale, lift up. Bring the right hand outside the hip, fingers point away. Left arm reaches forwards. As you inhale, lift the hips and lean back. Point those left toes. Maybe take a big circle with the top arm. Maybe 2, maybe 3. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips. Other side, help the right knee in, send it long. Bend the left knee. Open the left knee out to the side. And flex the right foot. Again, that little toe side. But make sure the knee stays pointing up towards the ceiling. For me, I need to like negotiate between the foot and the knee to make that happen. Inhale, lengthen when you're ready. And exhale, fold. See if you can release the belly a little. Press the heel forward, the hip back, reaching the collarbones towards the toes. Head and neck heavy. That left knee pressing away. Notice if you're gripping in the jaw. Take one more breath. Inhale to look forwards. Exhale to unwind. Bring the left hand outside the hip, the right arm forwards. And then inhale, sweep the arm up as you lift the hips and lean back. Again, maybe you take a few circles with the top arm. Point those right toes. And slowly lower down. Okay. Happy baby. Help that left knee in. Plant both feet. Come onto your back. Pull the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Open the knees. Reach inside the legs. And hold on to shins, ankles, maybe outside edges of the feet. You could rock side to side here. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. A baby would not take this pose very seriously. So feel free to move, to make it your own. Maybe you bend and straighten the legs. Maybe you rock, maybe you just hold still. Slowly start to release the feet, bend the knees, pull the legs into the chest. Two options here. One is supine twist. You could bring the feet to the floor and then shift the hips to the right, let the knees fall to the left, take a twist. If you want a little bit of a deeper chest opener, then maybe. I haven't taught this one in a while. This one, you're going to start on your belly, and I hope I will explain this well enough. You're going to reach the right arm out so that it's in line with the shoulder. Then you're going to bring the right ear to the floor. You're going to look away. You're going to bend the left knee out to the side like frog. And then come to the left fingertips, press into the left hand as you bring the left hip over the right hip. Now, the head is in a weird position. You can bring a block under the ear. Maybe you bring the left foot to the floor. Maybe you bring the right hand behind the back. Sorry, left hand behind the back. Find a place, if you're in this shape, where the neck stays in line with the rest of the spine. Tendency is for the head to be too far forwards. If you're still feeling okay and you want a little bit more, you could try bringing both feet to the floor, knees up. If you're taking the twist on your back, start to make your way to the other side. And if you're in this chest opener, use the left hand in front of you, in front of the chest. So you've got that support, and slowly bring the left knee down to the floor, out to the side. And then unwind the shoulders, unwind the arm. We'll take the other side. So the left arm reaches out into a T, same line as the shoulder. Bring the left ear down. Bring the right knee out to the side. And then as you press into the right hand, start to stack the right hip on top of the left. Again, bring a block or something under the ear so the spine can stay long and straight. And then maybe you bring that right hip all the way over so that the foot comes to the floor. Again, find the spot so that your spine can be long, especially from the low ribs up to the base of the skull. You could stay here. You might reach the right arm behind you towards the low back. Slow down your breath. Stay present. Notice that inner dialogue. Relax the jaw. Relax the muscles of the face. Again, if you went all the way with this pose with both feet on the floor, you can take that for a breath or two, but then slowly start to unwind. Use the right hand in front of the chest to help you. Come out really slow. Bring the right knee forwards and down to the floor, and then stretch it out as you bring the shoulders down. Onto your back when you're ready. And if there are any final shapes you want to take, feel free. Otherwise, just start setting up for Shavasana. You can add some layers, some socks or a sweater. You could extend the legs long, or you could bring the legs up the wall. You could always bend the knees and plant the feet on the floor. You're still moving, keep going. You're in Shavasana. Find that 45-degree angle in the arms. See if you can extend the backs of the legs, extend the backs of the arms. Take any final adjustments to make yourself more comfortable. And then give up on trying to make it perfect. You might sigh out your next breath and release the jaw completely. Let your body sink into the floor, noticing those places where your body touches the floor, seeing if you can spread. Relax, release, and let go. Shavasana. You can stay as long as you like. When you feel ready, begin to deepen the breath. Invite some small movements into the fingers and toes. Allow the movement to grow at your own pace. You might roll onto your right side. You might have another little ritual you like to take. Let your body stay heavy for another 2 or 3 breaths. And then use the hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let your head be heavy, the last thing to lift. Again, use the thighs, use the hands to move the thighs off to the side, maybe back. And either bring the hands palms down or palms up in your lap. Breathe into the back ribs. Let your face soften. We'll take 3 breaths together, but first take a moment. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice and its lineage. Again, we'll close with 3 breaths together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, let your exhale be deep and complete as you lengthen through the spine and lower the chin. And inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Last time. Let it go. Thank you so much for coming. Such an honor to share this practice with you. Let me know if you have questions.